we'll see Jameis Winston and the New Orleans Saints taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last weekend, they pulled one out in a very low-scoring affair. It was all about their defense.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And this coaching staff has to be pleased with how their defense played last week. They held their opponents to 3 points, and that was it. If they get anything comparable to that performance, this one's in the bag.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to her knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Brady now on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 30.
One play at
10,
a time. Here we go.
5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown, 76 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackler? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jameis to throw it. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. And now a pause here after the play, because as you can see, slow to get up is Alvin Kamara. On 4th down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Taking it about the 16. Able to slither by. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your play.
Touchdown! Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, Deontay Harris. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Winston from the gun on third down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The completion there for Winston. And Jameis, of course, kind of such a boom or bust proposition at the quarterback position. He can light you up or he can give games away. So defensively, what's the mindset with a quarterback like that?
For me, it's playing more coverage than it is blitzing him, because I think that he has so much confidence in his arm. He may take an extra chance or two, and if you have enough guys downfield, you get those tip balls, or you're able to make a play on the football at the point where the ball gets to the receiver, then you've got a chance to make some good plays against Jameis.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They run. It's Kamara. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of his shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Winston now to throw on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point put through by Suckum, and that makes the score 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, what a catch. It's Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is caught by Evans. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. A first down throw for Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Winston now. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And Winston lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. After the completion, we're going to get a timeout and injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Following the fumble recovery, Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, left side here. That's complete to Godwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers continue to pull away here in this first half. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. Let's face it, when they get away from defenders, those guys are quick. And when they go over the top of people and use their bodies, they're just thick. But let's face it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. That's to Evans, and what a nice catch that is. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Brady now on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. A breakaway from Michael Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's complete to Troutman right side. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taking it about the 1. So we are at halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Jameis now on 1st down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And got his man complete. 20, 10. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Bernard will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
And as many coaches coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and the lead will swell by one more. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They go play action. Winston. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Past the 20.
Prime time, baby.
And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
From the 36, Winston. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Now, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Play action now. Winston. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd down. To the air again with Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way up to the 49.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
On first and 10, here's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
To throw, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. That's caught by Howard. First down, Tampa's Brady hooks up with Howard.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now Brady again. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Brady on third down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And
he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Suck up for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now Winston. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Winston. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Throwing, Winston. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And it's out, he put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Winston's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jameis again. This is Smith with the ground. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. the 22. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He gets it to Thomas. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. There he goes, right side. The 30.
Oh,
10. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. To throw is Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.